This my Cheeks and Ron. RIH Cheeks, RIH Ron Goo. This my video, part 2. I'm gonna start it right here. That's my man Cheese right there. This my nigga Cheese right here. Shout out to Dexter Cheese, baby. I'm about to start this right here. Let y'all know about Cheeks and Ron.
See, his uncles is respected, known niggas.
They didn't play. Anybody in the city of Detroit know brothers, they call them twins.
That's Ronnie, that's Cheeks.
Long hair, freckles like me, they didn't play. They if they rocked with you, they rocked with you. If they didn't, you better hope you don't cross that.
Like a Ron Goo. Suave.
You know, smooth nigga. Like, when we was in school and shit like that, that nigga see me in some shit, he wouldn't even let a nigga argue with a nigga. Like, he was a real friend.
Cheese, that was they mans. Shout out to Cheese. See, Cheese come from us down this way, but Ron Goo and Cheeks grew up down here too. They mama moved down here on Hogarth. And Cheese, my nigga Lil Cheese right here stayed like about 3 blocks away from them niggas on Hogarth. But really, Cheeks and Ron from the other side, they really like about 12 blocks away across Dre Road on the other side of Dexter. But they mama moved down here when they was younger. I didn't know them then when they moved down here, but Cheese knew them. Because Cheese stayed down there on Dexter. Like, Dexter is 3 streets away from me. I'm up on Linwood. And that's 3 streets away. And my nigga Cheese right here, I'm only 2 blocks away from Cheese. But he on the Dexter side, I'm on the Linwood side. But Chico and them 3 blocks away from him. You know what I mean? So this was his man, but Cheese was my man too. This is my little bro, Cheese right here. Real nigga. One love to Cheese.
He'll break his back for you.
That's Ron Goo. Ron Goo was a real nigga, dog. One love to Ron Goo.
Like, it ain't no nigga gonna be like him no more. I haven't ran into him. I ran into a lot of niggas. He was a different kind of nigga. You know what I mean? Different.
His uncles were more street. And I guess
this is my nigga Chico.
Pay attention to that.
The nigga who talking, that's Lil Mike. I know Lil Mike, he went to school with us.
And he had migrated towards that. He really looked up to his uncles. He got into a little situation or whatever, and to long story short, I wasn't too far away from this spot right here, but Ronnie had ended up getting shot or whatever down the street. And he crashed to the side of this store right here.
Now what he talking about, shout out to Dexter and Collinwood. That's Collinwood, the store. My cousin was working at the church right there on Lawrence. Shout out to my cousin, Sylvester. Sylvester was working at that church on Lawrence, and he was like, nigga, I seen that shit. He was taking out the trash. He was like, them niggas ran off the side of the street by Payless. Payless used to be on Dexter. This Dexter where they at right now, that's Dexter. Shout out to Dexter. He said the niggas ran out and lit that nigga Ronnie car up. And he was like, the nigga crashed into the stove. My cousin told me this before I heard about it from anybody. You know, I knew about this shit once it happened.
When he crashed here, I seen him take his last couple breaths or whatever, and it kind of did something to me. That was like really my best friend. Like, it had to be 5 minutes after we split up. And he just took his last breath right now.
Chico got murdered in 2009. About 2012,
that's my nigga Cheeks.
Was just out of control. Like I told you, he had just lost all faith now. I think Byron at that time felt like he had to step up and be the man of the family, but he really didn't know how because he looked to his uncle. He wasn't my sweet.
Okay, that's enough about Dex. I'm about to talk about Cheeks and Ron. Yeah, shout out to Cheeks and Ron. I wish I could turn this camera back around, but I can't when I be filming. But shout out to Cheeks and Ron, man. Like you seen what they just said on that video. Both of them dead now. But she said both of them niggas was deadly. And one of the one of the stories I remember about Cheeks, my man Breeze. Shout out to my man Breeze. Breeze from my street. Breeze from VP, like me. But he stayed down the street by Dexter. VP go, VP go, from Linwood to Dexter. We all family. But Breeze stayed down there, and he had moved when we was in the 9th grade to down there on McQuaid. Shout out to McQuaid. Shout out to the YBI and all that shit. Shout out to all them Dexter niggas. Breeze moved on McQuaid, and he was like, his first night he moved over there, he was just sitting in the living room. His mama, shout out to Breeze's mama. I love her. R.I.P. to Breeze's mama. Man, I love that woman. She was cool as ever. But he was like, when they first moved on there, he was chilling in his crib, and he was like, he heard a shot. Bah! He like, what's going on? And he said he ran to the front of his house and looked out the window, and he seen a nigga in the front of the Escort leaned over the steering wheel through. Murk. He said he seen the nigga leaning over the steering wheel and then he said he ran, he heard his gate moving. He said he went to the side of his gate and he seen Chico hopping the fence, getting out of there. And that's when we was in the 9th grade. So you already know Chico our age. If Chico ain't my age, he 1 year younger than me. And he said Chico was getting out of there, hopping the gate. And that's his first things he can remember about Chico. So them boys been putting in work a long time. You feel me? And it's them niggas was like that. R.I.P. RIH to Chico and them, RIH to Ron. But they wasn't out of the norm of us, cause we all, even if we ain't even murk nobody, we all was on that type of time though. Everybody, it was something about them 90s. Them 90s and them 2000s, we was all cutthroat like that. You know what I mean? It was something about that time. Like everybody but cause Chico, like I said, niggas was fighting and we was arguing, so everybody was on that, but them boys was cut like that. Like I remember my big bro Bun just whipped up on me to get a haircut one day. He was like, man, I just seen your man Chico and them up at the Pingree store. He was like, one of the brothers hopped out with a heater. He was like, the other brother went in the store. And he's like the little brother was watching out for the older brother to come out, make sure nobody don't do nothing to him. And that's what type of time they was on, because they was beefing with some niggas from down their way. So they was coming to our store, Pingree, my hood. They was coming down to our store to get little shit from our store because they weren't comfortable down their way, because them niggas was putting in work down there. They had got into it with some major niggas down there. R.I.P. J-Bone. Allegedly they supposed to kill J-Bone, you know what I mean? But J-Bone cousins is my mans too. Shout out to El Tino. Shout out to Juro. They from my hood too. They from around the corner from me. One love to them boys. And J-Bone was a major figure too down there on Dexter. And them niggas supposed to have got into it, and I heard, allegedly Cheeks killed J-Bone. But J-Bone and them, I heard them niggas, allegedly. That's why I don't like talking about all this. And I keep saying the word kill. I don't want this video took down, but I done said it about 3 times, but I'm going to say delete it from now on. Allegedly, they deleted one of J-Bone cousins or somebody they affiliate with at a bar one night, Chico and Ron. And one thing I remember, it used to be a show used to come on in Detroit. It was like it was Crime in the D back then, but it used to come on the Detroit channel, and that'd show you everybody who was wanted for a crime on there. I remember we used to wait up all night because we knew everybody putting in work, so we used to see if they own that on that channel, and they just used to pull up their picture and tell you what they wanted for. And I remember one night I wouldn't even think about these niggas. I was just up watching it one night, and they was like, it popped up, and I'm watching everybody's faces saying everybody, if they was wanted for a sex crime or robbery or the M game, all that shit. So I'm watching it, and it was like Ronald Pfeiffer. It put that nigga face up. It put a Ron Goof face up. Ronald Pfeiffer, murder, first degree. This was like 2003. I'm like, damn. I'm like, that's that nigga Ron Goo. Because we used to watch it to see who gonna be on there. We used to be shocked, like, damn, them niggas on there. And then the next, right at this picture, I swear, it was like Chico Pfeiffer, murder in the first degree. I'm like, damn, both of them niggas on that bitch, back to back. That was funny, though. I'm like, damn. Them niggas used to be wild, and that's why they was like, you cool, my brother, you cool, but if you on that other side, they get at you. And them niggas was, they was cut like that, man. They was cut like everybody around here. They was on that, on tip. Shout out to them boys. And I ain't glorifying that they was doing that, but that's just the environment we was in. And, and they was adapted to it. Because I'm pretty sure they weren't raised to be like that, because we all wasn't. Our parents used to tell us not to be on that shit. But just being around here, it'll make you get on that. Like, nigga, who you think you playing with? You feel me? And them niggas was like that, man. And I heard their names. I ain't gonna bring up all the shit them niggas was into. But this what I'm gonna say. I remember they was out here going crazy, and Cheeks had got locked up. He had went to do some time, and Ronnie was out here by himself. And even on that video I was just showing y'all, it's a picture where Ronnie got a shirt on said "Free Cheeks," and Ronnie was out here by himself, and then like that shit said on there, Ronnie got killed. He got shot on there on Dexter, crashed into the stove, and Cheeks got out of prison after that. And man, Cheeks was an untamed gorilla. I didn't see Cheeks when he got out of prison at all. I ain't seen Cheeks since like 2004 or something like that. Back in the day, we was at the River Rock back in all the club days, and they was wilding in. But I ain't seen them niggas since back then. But he had got took to prison. That's why I ain't see him. But when he got out of prison, I ain't see him in that time. But I was hearing everything he was doing. And that boy was around here acting a fool because his brother died. I mean, every other day we was hearing something about Cheeks. Like, man, Cheeks, them nigga. Cheeks did this. Cheeks did that. Somebody shot Cheeks. Cheeks, I mean, he was... One time he was riding with his man. I used to see his mans with him all the time. Them Dexter Collinwood niggas used to have them dreads and shit in their head. And them boys used to be fooling. And I used to see this one nigga with them all the time. And they said they was into it at a club, and something had happened, and Cheeks was shooting out with the bouncers, and they was running from the police, and he crashed into a truck, and they hit a wire pole or a telephone pole or something like that, and the wires came through the car and cut his mans in half. Cheeks was out here fooling. Another time something happened. I ain't gonna even speak on that, but something had happened to one of his loved ones, and he had went to the hospital, and they weren't treating his loved one right, and he got to shooting it out with the hospital security. Cheeks was fooling. Allegedly, he killed another nigga that I was familiar with around here. R.I.P. to him. I damn near don't want to say these niggas' names, you know what I mean? Because that shit was that deep, man. But Allegedly, he killed one of these niggas that I was familiar with around here. R.I.P. to him, and Cheeks was just, he was going off when his brother died. He was just taking everything out, and that's when I heard allegedly he killed, J Bone, R.I.P. to J Bone, and shout out to his family. Cheeks was just tearing shit up after his brother died. That's just showing you what type of niggas, Dex Osama came from. Like, his Uncle Cheeks was my man's. I ain't gonna lie, man. One love to Cheeks. And I heard that nigga was just tearing shit up. Back to back, back to back, back to, every week I was hearing something about that nigga. I was like, God damn, Cheeks fooling. And I ain't see him because he wasn't on no leisure time. Right? He wasn't on when he got out of prison after his brother died, he wasn't on no hanging or, that's why I ain't see him. When he got out, I was on some family shit, chilling, take care of my kids. So I wouldn't have seen him. I was staying away from everything. I was only on hustling, working, and getting money. I wasn't on no drama. I was on that getting money tip. So I ain't see that boy. But that boy was all on drama. Every time I heard his name, I'm like, damn, back to back. And then, like they said on that video, he got killed in 2009. And I remember a girl was with him, RIH to her, and RIH to him. The girl got killed with him, you know what I mean, down there on Glendale and LaSalle. Glendale was my uncle's street. I heard about that. I was sick. I'm like, damn, nigga done got my nigga Cheeks. You know what I mean? But he came here. He's like Boosie. I touched down cause hell. Touchdown cause hell. Touchdown cause hell. And that boy, Cheeks touchdown cause hell. I ain't glorifying that, but that's what it was. That nigga touchdown cause hell. But one love the Cheeks now, man. Them boys was something else, man. Cheeks and Ryan, they was the real deal. You know what I mean? They was for each other, them brothers. You know what I mean? They had real brotherly love. And I seen them boys. I respect them. And it's a story about Dex Osama uncles. So if y'all know about who Dex Osama was, he was a dope rapper from Detroit, and he was in that drama too. Even got in. I know he was in drama because he got into it with my straight up mans, my day ones, and I seen them boys going at it till he passed away. So that's all crazy. But RIH to Cheeks, man. Cheeks was my nigga, dog. He was funny as hell. He used to be laughing. We used to be cracking jokes and smiling at school. We was cool. We was shooting dice, and I like how them niggas used to talk. They used to be, every time they say a word, they suck their teeth. They all telling you, God, them lame ass niggas. every time the niggas talk, they suck their teeth. And shout out to their man Kevin. Boo, man. Free Kevin, dog. Kevin was the real deal, man. I remember Kevin dropped me off at my hood. I had him drop me off on Columbus, and he had the Thunderbird, green Thunderbird with the gold spoke bullet with the bullets on there. And my mans wanted to rob him. That's how we get down. Not me. That's how my mans and them get down on Linwood. And I told them niggas, hell no. Y'all ain't about to rob my nigga. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all tripping. They like, we gonna take the bullets. Yeah, because, Dexter and them was about making money. And in our age group, they had big Hezzy, and all them, they had big homies down that way, flooding them. On Linwood, it was all for ourselves. Up here, niggas was robbing and all that. It was wild up here on Linwood. So these niggas was uncut gorillas. You know what I mean? So a lot of shit used to get blamed up on here. Like, man, y'all doing this and doing that. But I remember I told my niggas, man, hell no, nigga, y'all ain't about to do nothing to Kevin, nigga. That's my nigga, boy. And that would have brought some drama, because if they would have robbed him, it would have been on, because them niggas wasn't no hoes. Shit, it would have, that's why I told my niggas, man, let that shit go, man. But, shout out to them boys, man. It's part two of that. And it's probably stuff I wish I would have talked about that I ain't talk about right now. Like I can keep going on and on about them, and about times, but I ain't gonna talk too much and spill too much. But and people ain't gonna watch this video anyway, man. Y'all ain't gonna watch it real deep into it. But RIH to them boys, and that's the end of this video.